if you came to last week's session as well, you would know that we are doing a bit of a botanical kind of inspired painting session today. Now, we'll be looking through a few different aspects of the flower, and we're going to paint it together and go through it in stages together. And we are going to be painting, as you can see here, the spring bulbs daffodil that we have cultivated and we have kind of created specifically for it. So this is a brand new type of daffodil that hasn't got a name yet, but you have been asked to name it. So if you didn't come to last week's session, then you might not know, but there is a competition to name this daffodil, and the details of it all can be found on our website here. The QR code is there, but I will send a link out later. And so when you painting the daffodil today and getting everything together, try to have a think of the name that you're going to name that daffodil as well, and submit it. The competition closes on January the 31st, and it really is a great kind of little project because it's not straightforward just thinking of a name and putting it out there. Hopefully everybody has printed out the template sheet. I'm going to introduce you to our artist who is going to take over the session today, but I will turn my camera off and turn it back on when Rhiannon gets in place.
Hello everyone, good morning, bore da. So my name is Rhiannon. Can everybody hear me okay? Because we've moved the mic a little bit. Just checking on the chat now. But yes, so this is our paint along session today, and we are going to be painting in our little daffodil. So we're going to just switch over to a visualizer camera, and I will show you all the things that you need, and hopefully you've got it already. Okay, so first thing we need is our paints. So we've got a red, a yellow, and a blue, and a white. So we've got our primary colours, and we've got our white as well. We've then got a mixing palette as well. We have got our pencil. We have got a paintbrush, and we've got some tissue paper as well, just so we can dab off our paintbrush. And we've got some water, which is important as well. So, does everybody have that? I'm just going to wait for the chat to come in. I've had the thumbs up. Okay, so first thing that we are going to do is, see, I've got quite long sleeves. I'm going to roll up my sleeves, make sure that none of the paint or none of the mess gets on our clothes or school uniform. Mum and Dad or Gran would not be happy with that. So we are going to use our paintbrush. So we're going to hold it at the top here. So we want to have very light touches. We don't want to smush it and mix the paint going everywhere. We just want light touches. So we're going to start with our petals of our daffodil. So we're going to go in with yellow. So we're going to, if I do it, we're going to go around slowly. So we don't want to be going in big strokes. We want to go in and line. Stop. And there. And there. Bit by bit. And not too much. We don't want to fill our paintbrush up so it's got loads of paint. We just want little bits. So just little bits. We're going to slowly fill it in. So if you guys would like to start filling in the petals with your yellow. And don't worry too much. If you do go over the edges, that's okay. I've done it a little bit here. So we've filled in our petals. I'm just going to wait for you guys just to make sure that you've got your petals all filled out before we go on to the next stage. So once you've finished as a school, as a class, could you just pop in the chat and then Chris will let me know. Seeing as our paintbrush has got all paint on, we're going to put it in our water and we're going to slowly mix it round and round and round and round to get all of that paint off so we don't get paint everywhere. So I'm going to spin it round, maybe 5 swirls for our paintbrush. And then we're going to pick it out, grab our tissue paper and give a little pat. Oh, you can't see that. So we're going to give it a little pat like this to dry it off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill in our petal. So using our pencils, we're going to fill in our petal. So we have just put on the anatomical name of our daffodil. So we're thinking like a scientist now. So we're mixing both art and science all together to create our artwork here. So once we've filled that in, the next part that we are going to fill in is this part. Now, does anybody know what this part is called? If you could pop it in the chat, and then we'll see what people say and we'll see who is right. What have we got? Chris is just coming to show me.
Yeah, we've got some saying stigma.
Okay, so this part.
One is right, so I'm not going to say it out loud yet.
Okay, we've got one correct answer.
Few more stigmas, but then a few people have got it right.
Yep. So the correct answer is the corona. So using our pencil, we can fill that in. Oh, I realised that we put the petal in the wrong place. No worries. So this is our corona. Then this is the little label for the petal. So for our corona, we're going to paint this in an orange colour. So that requires a little bit of mixing our colours. So we are going to take 2 nice blobs of the yellow onto our mixing palette. And then again into our water, nice swirls, so nice 5 swirls, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little dab onto our tissue paper. And then we are only going to take 1 of our red, so a nice big bit of red, into our yellow, and we're going to give it a swirl, and you'll start to see it turning colour into our lovely orange colour. So this is actually what's known as a secondary colour because you've used your primary colours together to make a second colour. So again, we're not going to take too much, just little bits. And we're going to go back to our daffodil and we're going to fill in our corona, slowly going around the edges to begin with. And then once we've done our edges, we're going to just slowly go nice, flat paintbrush marks. So we're not going like that. We're not going dab, dab, dab. We're going soft, picking them up in a nice line. go. So once you've done that, could you give me a little thumbs up just so I know where everyone's at? So the corona, just to give you a little fact about why it's important, it holds all the nectar and it also helps to attract insects. So it helps to keep the plant going. It's quite different to other flowers with the corona rather than just the petals. Once you have finished painting in that little part, you can give your paintbrush a little clean. So round and round and round 5 times again, just so you're ready for the next part. And a little dab dab. And if you run out of that first amount of orange, you guys know how to make it now. So 2 dabs of yellow and 1 dab of the red. So you can always make more if you're sharing as well. So the next part that we're going to go for is we're going to go right to the center of our daffodil. So it almost looks like another little flower in the middle of our corona. So think about what you would call maybe what we would see as little petals, these little parts here. Now, what do we think that those might be? Does anybody know the name of them? If you could pop it in the chat and then we'll see who's right. And who is speedy? So which teachers are the speediest with the typing?
Stigma, a lot of people saying. And if you
Mm-hmm.
can see, it's made up of 2 pieces. So we've got the center piece and the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And we are talking about the exact center piece, yeah?
Yes. So we're talking about this really middle part here.
And a lot of people are saying stigma.
And you are correct. So this is our stigma. So to highlight it, what we're going to do is we're going to go back with our orange. We're going to get 3 blobs of yellow. So we're 3 blobs like this. And then we're going to only choose 1 of the red. So this will hopefully, you should see maybe a bit of a colour change. Because we've added more yellow, it's gone slightly lighter than our corona colour. So we're going to get a nice blob on the end of our paintbrush and we're just going to go straight in the middle and give it a little splodge like that. So we've just filled in that in a little bit. Okay, so that shouldn't take too long. And then if anybody's finished, could you pop in the chat what you think these parts are? What do you think they might be, what parts that we haven't filled in yet?
Yeah, so there are a couple of words you can use to describe those outside parts.
Mm-hmm.
But we're looking for one in particular, and we've got 2 out of the 3 possible in the chat, but
Yeah.
we haven't got the correct one. Because basically, if you remember last week, when I talked last week, it's one part of the flower, but it's actually split into 2 parts. So it's got one overall name and then 2 parts in it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And one, now we're getting some.
There we go.
Yes.
So we have got, so the main overall name of it is the stamen. But we have also got 2 other answers, which are also right, which are the filament and the anther. So they make up the stamen, but we're going to just put down stamen for this one. But if you want to add underneath, If you want to add those parts underneath, then you are more than welcome. So I'm going to just write in stamen, but if you want to add in filament and anther, you can. And we're then going to also fill in our stigma over this side. So, does anybody know what these parts might do in our daffodil? Why do you think they might be important to the overall health, reproduction of our beautiful daffodils? So, we've got, is it for the transfer of pollen, creating pollen, help with pollination and reproduction of seeds? Yes. So the stamen, so these parts on the outside, they produce pollen, and then our stigma collects pollen. So this is it has lots of stickiness on it, so it. So it keeps that plant going and it helps to pollinate others, and the bees love that little part. I love the sound of little bees going inside a daffodil because they get right in there to get all of that beautiful pollen to make honey with. So we're now going to paint in our stamen. So we're going to go back to our water. If you haven't done already, clean off our paintbrush. So nice, gentle movements to clean our paintbrush. Little dab onto our tissue paper. And now we're going to make a darker orange. So we're going to this time only take one of our yellow, little clean, little dab, and then we're going to take two of our reds this time. And we're going to swirl the colours in. And now, the technique we're going to use, like the one in the middle, we're going to hold our paintbrush at a 90 degree from the table, and we're just going to dot it on. We're going to do dot, dot, dots all the way around. Like that. So we've used two different painting techniques today. We've used our dabbing and we've used our gentle strokes. And then once you're done, paintbrush back in our water, little swirl. A little dab on our paper. So once I have a couple of little hands up, we will move on to this next long part here. If you are already done, pop in the chat what you think this is called, what this part, and why it's important. What do you think that has significance? Why do we think that that helps our daffodil grow strong? Oh, we've got stem. Yeah, we've got lots of lovely ones coming in. We've got stem, so it is, you're all correct, it's called a stem, and it does help it stand up, and it does take lovely nutrients from the soil all the way up into our daffodil heads. So you guys are right. So we're going to now mix up a green colour so we can paint in our stem. So we're going to take two dabs of our yellow, little clean, little swirl, 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 little dab to dry it off on our paper, and then one of our blue. So and then give it a little mix, and we will make our secondary colour of green. So nice colour of green. That feels like quite a nice kind of natural colour. So we're going to go back to our daffodil. I'll get it a little bit more in the viewfinder. So we're going to try and do this in one paintbrush mark. So we're going to start at the top, and we're going to slowly drag our paintbrush all the way down, all the way down. Now I can see on mine that there's a little bit, not quite enough paint there, so I'm going to get a little bit more paint, not too much. We're not filling our paintbrush up too much, remember? And then I'm going to go all the way back, all the way backwards, up to fill our stem. And then we're going to fill in our stem with our pencil to give that a little name. If you've finished already as well, remember, give your paintbrush a little clean before we do the next stage. So a little swirl. Ready? Okay. Give a little dab on our tissue paper. So now then, this one, I've left this one till last because it's the hardest. What do you think this is called? I hope you guys all can get this one. What part? If pop it in the chat. But why as well? This will be for extra points. What do you think the leaf is important for? I'm looking for a specific word. Don't know if you guys have come across the word yet, but it's the important part and the reason why leaves are so important to our beautiful daffodil. It says it takes in carbon dioxide, very good at growth. And I've seen the word, so, and we've got it up there. So we've got two people as well, two schools that have come in. So it's photosynthesis. So it takes in the sunlight and turns it into energy to feed our daffodil. So it turns it into all of the really goodness, takes that sunlight, all of that energy, and allows our daffodils to grow really strong and have lots of nutrients. So we are going to mix up another green, but this time we're going to use 3 of our yellow, 2, 3, and we're going to use 1 of our blue. So a little bit of blue. And we're going to mix it in. So this should make a little bit of a lighter green than the one we made before. Can you see the difference? By adding a little bit more yellow in, we'll change it. So now that that's nice and mixed, we're going to go into our leaf. We're going to start at the top, go round the edges in nice sweeping motions, similar to how we did with our stem. We're going to follow it all the way down to where it connects to our stem. Same on the other side. Nice. I need a bit more paint, so I'm going to get a little bit more paint on my paintbrush, not too much, and follow it all the way down. We're going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's nice and filled in. And with our pencils then, we can fill in leaf. I'll give you a little minute. So grab a little hands up once that leaf's painted in, and then we're going to do a little bit of shading. So this adds lots of depth and it makes it look a little bit more realistic and less flat. So it's like the greats, so the proper artists do this. Okay, so now that we've got a darker green, we've got a lighter green, but we're going to make an even lighter green. We're going to get some of our white and pop it in the middle, and then using some of our lighter green, we're going to mix that in to make a super light. And we're now going to go back to our leaf and we're going to add a little bit. So we're going to go all the way down, just one side. And then where we've got this middle line, we're going to follow that as well. So we've got two nice light ones there. And then if you want, you can grab some of the darker green and add a little bit in. Just to add some shading onto our leaf. Add some different colours in. Give it texture. Then to finish, we're going to clean our paintbrush. Little dab on our tissue paper. And then once you have finished your leaf, the last thing that every single artist will do with our artwork is we will sign our artwork. So I'm going to go. So we have our name on it. And now you guys have made your beautiful painting of a daffodil, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the project. It is awesome.